Now then guys, how you all doing? You haven't seen me for a while just because I went and hurt myself. So we've had this beautiful summer and I've been stuck indoors healing up. I'm feeling a lot better now and I'm ready to get back out there. So to ease myself back into it, just going to do a really simple overnighter. I'm going to go down to a local forest, I'm going to hang the hammock, and I figured I'd show you what I take as well as like the little adventure itself. So first things first, it's the rucksack. Osprey Talon 18. Now, most people are stunned when they see me going out camping and taking an 18-litre rucksack because they're used to taking 30, 40, 50, sometimes even 65 litres just for an overnighter, and it depends on what you're going to do. If you're going to be up a mountain and doing climbing, or you're going to be hanging off a ledge or doing anything technical, yeah, you're going to need a bigger rucksack. But if you're just doing a really simple overnighter, especially what I'm doing in the lowland forest, you don't need to take that much kit. It's surprising just how comfortable you can be taking a little rucksack like the Osprey Talon 18. So I'm going to pack it up and show you what it is I take on a simple overnighter. First things first, the sleeping bag. This is an Aegis Max Blackwing. It's an ultralight sleeping bag, but it's very, very cheap. I picked it up off AliExpress. I have got a review of this on one of my videos, so if you want to scroll down, you will find that. And that's a great little sleeping bag. That's going into the rucksack first because it's going to be the last thing that I take out when I set up camp. So I'm going to drop that right in on the bottom. Next thing that's going is my hammock. Again, I'm not going to need it until I'm setting up camp, so I'm going to drop that right in there. And the hammock I'm using is the DD Ultralight. Had this for a few years. Love it. It's absolutely tiny, weighs next to nothing. That's about 250, 300 grams, and that's including the suspension system. So I'm going to drop that into the rucksack as well. I'm also taking the bug net for it because the place where I'm camping, I've camped there a few times and it is a hot spot for insects. I got absolutely devoured last time, so going to be taking that. That's going to be keeping me safe. And lastly, to get the hammock comfortable is the insulation system. I'm going to be using the Thermarest hammock warmer. Now, I've used a lot of things over the years, underquilts, sleeping mats, even tried it without anything, which is bloody chilly even in summer. That there is absolutely fabulous for two-season camping, so I'll show you that setup, but that is great. Now, next thing I'm going to take, like normally I'll take quite a small micro tap or a really light sil nylon tap, but the weather's been bloody awful at the moment, so I'm not taking any chances and I'm taking the daddy. I'm taking an absolutely huge DD 3x3 tap. Now, it's quite big, it's quite heavy, it's polyester, which also means that it's quite cheap, which is a great thing for people who are just starting out and just want to get themselves a cheap tap. Whether it's for hammock camping or ground camping, you will find loads of videos showing you how to set one of these up in like numerous different configurations. I tend to stick to quite basic because I don't really need the elaborate setup, so quite basic setups are good enough for me, especially in a hammock. That is going to be great, and if the heavens do open and it does turn into an absolute deluge, that will keep me dry despite anything. So that's going on the top just because it's going to be one of the first things I take out to set up to create a dry shelter. Also, all the code that I need for that, I'll keep that right there together with it, just so that I can get it up really quickly. Now, always keep just on the top there is my brew kit in case I want to stop at any point. I can create myself a coffee. That's really simple. Now, the weather's still quite nice, like it's still two-season conditions out there, so I'm not going to take a big elaborate cook kit, even though it is nice to knock yourself together a steak. I think I'm happy to just take a few sandwiches, or I can take like pasta, couscous, noodles, anything like that I can rehydrate. I can boil the water in there, but for just a coffee, that's fantastic. In there I've got a methylated spirit stove, I've got myself a cone windshield, lighter spoon, the usual things, a few coffee sachets, and that there, again, it's tiny. That's on the top in case I need it, along with the fuel. And there's enough fuel there for about 3 days, but I'm only going for an overnighter. That's just the smallest bottle I've got, so I'll drop that in the top there as well. And with all that in there, let me push it down, give you an idea. Now that takes up about 10 litres of the rucksack, so I've still got plenty of space on top to get a warm jacket and lots of food, because I'm a big chap and I like my food, so plenty of space still in there for all of that. Now, on the hood pocket there on the inside, I always like to keep my first aid kit there, just because it's separate from everything else there. And I'll usually drop like sort of a deodorant stick or something else in there as well, just so I've got an easy access. So that's my first aid kit. Everything that I need is in there, including the little Swiss Army knife, because I've never needed a big knife when I've gone out camping. It's like, don't get me wrong, I've bought them, I've bought a bloody axe as well, but I don't go chopping down trees, strangely enough, when I go camping. I kind of respect the forest and want to keep it the way it is. So, little first aid kit, little knife, that's perfect. So in the top hood, I'm going to drop just a few quick access items, charging cable, and a small little battery pack that will put 1.5 charges on my phone. It's an iPhone 6 Plus, and that will keep it going for me so I can make these little videos and keep myself entertained. Headphones, wee little hip flask, because you're allowed a little treat, and my head torch, which is the Petzl T-Care Plus 2, and that is a fantastic little head torch. It's I've had it for years now, but it just keeps on going, so I don't see myself replacing it anytime soon. That is everything. Only other thing I'm taking is a water bottle, like 1 litre of water. There's not a filter in this one. I've got another one that's got a filter in it, but I'm not going to need it for this little overnighter. So that is everything. That will keep me warm, it'll keep me dry, it'll give me a comfortable night's sleep so I can hike in somewhere looking completely inconspicuous, because I've not got a great big rucksack on my back, so no one will know that I'm going out to sneakily camp. No, couldn't ask for it to be easier. Right then guys, that's me set up. The rain's kept off so far, so, you know, should be pretty lucky. I might actually be able to have a nice dry night, but if not, I've got the giant tarp there and that's going to look after me great. Really looking forward to this, and hope you enjoyed seeing how I set everything up there. Like, the first thing I did laid my jacket on the ground and then loose items go on top of that, because it's a bright jacket. It means there's no chance of me losing anything. Everything's there. Then as soon as I'm done, I can pick it all up, it goes straight back into the bag. It's a really important one to do that, because I've lost kit before just through poor administration. So something like that, like really simple tip, keeps you on top of stuff. Gonna make myself some nom now. I was recommended one of these by a friend. It's called a peanut hottie. It's going to be my first time trying it, and I'm expecting it to be kind of awesome. So this is the moment of truth. My very first peanut hottie, and it smells amazing. Like, I cannot wait. Yeah, I can get used to that. That's pretty damn good. Cheers, guys. That was spot on. That was just what I needed. Ah, oh, slept like a baby, which is fantastic. And that right there is how I fast pack my hammock when I want to break camp really quickly. Also makes it, if on the second day I want to sleep out again, I can just pull the hammock out with the sleeping bag and everything in it, string it up in no time whatsoever. I like it when life's easy.